Hey guys, so I checked comments. Every once in a while I'll post a video and then it'll take me like, 2 days to go back and check the comments. But I checked the comments on my video where I was talking about not putting anything on my main channel. Um, I didn't mean to say that I wasn't recording every project that I've been doing, and it seems like that's what got across. I have been recording it all. I have time lapses to be made, probably something like 8 videos. However, I've said that a bunch of times. And I kind of want to explain more fully because I didn't really get into it, why it is that I'm holding on to this stuff and not actually posting any of it. First of all, I don't understand fully the things that are happening in my life right now, so I can't explain it 100%. I can't even explain to myself why it's going on, or why I feel the way that I do. So I'm not going to be able to explain to you. So instead, I'll just tell you what I've been thinking, and you can see from there. A commenter brought up a really good point where he said that he feels like it was someone who doesn't comment very often, and he said that he feels that I've been holding this out in front of you guys and like teasing you with it, but not actually rewarding any of you who are showing me loyalty by staying with me and like following my main channel and my second channel while I've been on this break, on my hiatus. And I'm not going to go into this whole like playing the whole loyalty game and like saying that I am proud to have loyal fans, if you even want to call it that, who have followed me through thick and thin. Like, no, there's nothing to do with any of that. Bad stuff happened to me in my life. I reacted poorly by allowing it to take over my time and my, I guess, I don't want to say emotional stability because it didn't really, that's not what I mean. It was more just my stress levels and how it forced me to react to the world. And I decided instead to shut off and take it as a time to reflect on myself. And I spent a lot of time doing that. And there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. I feel like a lot of YouTubers have this problem, is that the people who are viewing them and their videos think that they know, because they'll do things like daily vlogs, and they think that they know everything about a person, but really there's a lot going on that they can't talk about, and there's a lot still going on that I can't talk about, and I don't even talk about it to the people that I live with, much less people who are on, like there's probably 1 or 2 people right now in the whole world that I can talk to about some of the things that are going on, and neither of them are related to me. So it's very difficult for me to be able to find trust and discuss some of the things that have happened. But at the same time, I do feel like I'm getting back on top of things and working on my stuff. And the unfortunate fact is that I feel like the videos that I was putting out and what I was capable of making was subpar and didn't reflect my brand. And I have never learned how to do editing properly, and I'm never going to go to school for that because I can't afford it. So what I need instead is to figure out a format that works for me, that I feel like can properly reflect it, but also, and like I've worked on some stuff, and I accidentally one time leaked a video, which was going to be my first video on a show called Kicks, out to you guys, and you saw it, and I put it out and then sat on it for a month so I could reflect on it and gain a new perspective on what could be changed. And I'm actually going to scrap that video, and probably, and work on something else with the content. Plus, things have changed since then, so I can't use some of the stuff that's in it anyway, but that's neither here nor there. So what I feel I want to do is I want each video that I make to be kind of like a project wrap-up, of like a recap, like a video recap of each project. Whether that teaches you something in the middle of it, has a tutorial or not, is something to be decided on a case-by-case basis. I do have footage to create a time-lapse of every single project I've done up until now. I plan to have that footage as things go on. But where I stand right now is me just teaching myself. I've learned a lot in the last few months since I haven't posted anything on my main channel, and I want to continue to learn those things. There's a couple things on the horizon that I know I need to learn, and then there's a whole bunch outside of that I don't even know that I don't know. So, I mean, I can't even try to comprehend what time that's going to take me. I do know, however, that I'm contractually obligated to put out a couple videos in the next couple months, which also means that I need to rebuild an audience in that time. So what I have been doing is dedicating time to YouTube weekly, and that has been, right now it hasn't been editing videos, it's been planning and creating some kind of structure for what I'm going to do and trying to comprehend what kind of image I do want to portray for that brand. Because the name Jacob Patterson has an associated visual aesthetic and personality, and now that I'm going to be Jacob Patterson within ASCK, or a show called Kicks, I have to decide how I want to define that. And the fact is that I don't want to have to rebrand again. I came from Wigga Trigga TV to Jacob Patterson Art. Now it's going to be Jacob Patterson Art as the channel, but a show called Kicks as the show that's on the channel. And so I don't want to have to do that again. I don't want to be the kind of person that has to keep making a new brand over and over and over again because everything keeps failing. I don't want to be the kind of person who has to keep taking breaks. I want the stuff that I went through in my life, basically what I've gone through now at 24. I literally can't imagine anything happening in my life now that could distract me from my goals, because the only two things that did happen. The only thing, I guess, that I can imagine that would distract me, and I don't even know if this would keep me from posting for more than 2 weeks, is if for some reason we lose the gallery, or like an earthquake happens and the building comes down, because the gallery is such an integral part of my life now. But everything else, I've been able to separate myself from it. So now that I live outside any of those restrictions, I feel like I'm going to be able to create this. And it's taken a lot of reflection, and it's taken a lot of time working on myself and the depth of my character and trying to decide how deep I want that to go, because there's certain things that you don't want to have to access every time you want to create something. And the fact is that I'm going to be working in a very superficial industry, and I have to make sure that I still have access to the superficial appeal while still putting some depth underneath it to the point where I don't feel like my soul is rotting out of myself. So that's what I'm working on now. To those of you who want to leave, I encourage you to do so, because my plan is to eventually put myself back in front of you in a way that I'm happy with presenting myself. But I have to get to the point where I actually feel that way. So if you guys feel like leaving, you can. I don't want to say that you should leave because I don't want to deal with your criticism, because that's not what it is. In fact, I really appreciate the comment that I got. It really made me think for a couple of days about what it is that I'm doing, and I'm so happy that you called me out on saying, oh, I have this ready, I have this ready, I have this ready. I'm going to give it to you soon, because while it's true and I have been doing all these things and getting them ready, I need to just I just need to shut the fuck up and get it done. My actions are going to speak louder than my words, and while I can't show you my actions now, I can show you the end product, like the Fallout shoes that I just finished, which I'm going to link to you now because I have the official blog post and description of the project. So I'll show you that. As for those of you who don't follow me on Tumblr or Twitter because you don't have one, I do official releases of my products, of my creations. I do officially release them just in photo form, so I'm not doing videos right now. And those of you who like to consume your content in video, I fully understand. But what I can do is link to those things. If you aren't following my Tumblr or Instagram or whatever, Twitter, I can link you to those things from here. So that's what I'll do. I'll link you to the images of and description of the Vault Dweller Dunks project that I just finished. And thanks again. Thanks for keeping up with me, guys. And I appreciate your concern, and I appreciate your insights, because they really help me. You guys are the only interactions with the world that I have, and everything else is just my roommates and then people who are coming here to do business deals. So yeah, I appreciate it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I really, really will talk to you very soon.